Of course we hit record as soon as Stan starts barking. Welcome back, everybody, to This Is My Bourbon Podcast. I'm your host, Perry. And I got Eric the Whiskey Mutant with me as he always is.
I'm the Whiskey Mutant.
What is this energy
Give
that
me a
I
beer.
have?
What?
I don't know what the energy that I gave was.
Well,
but
you were going back and forth between our mouse characters.
I kind of felt like that's
rat
what was,
characters
was
or whatever,
happening.
but you were trying to be Perry. It's a whole thing. If you go to patreon.com/mybourbonpod, you can join
/ My Bourbon Podcast.
You can join the show there, support it, and you get all this stuff that we start talking about that we were laughing about before because we do a pregame chat. It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing. And you got to go check it out. But thank you for being here. This is your first time. I slurring my words, apparently. But if it's your first time here, subscribe to the show, hit the like, all that stuff. Leave a 5-star rating and review if you haven't done so already. I really am struggling to speak in a normal cadence today.
That's all right.
That's fine.
That's
it's not an audio medium or anything.
We'll fix it in post. He's a great editor. It will sound perfect.
It won't.
If you're on the Patreon, you can listen to this uncut and you can see exactly how he sounds. But, either way, let's get something in your mouth. We usually start the show out with either a Sips and Snacks where we pair something or we do a blind. And we're all stuffed on candy still from spooky season.
I'm not doing that one.
You don't have to. So I thought we'd take
October
a break.
31st is my cutoff date.
We take a break. We'll do a snack or something next time. But I've got a fun flying blind for you.
Fantastic. I'm ready for a fun flying blind.
A fun flying blind, a FFB. I'm going to do what we usually do. Ask Perry some questions about it, see what he thinks. And this one's interesting. I'll say this.
And if I say I don't like it, and it's somebody that I should like, then
you're allowed to not like stuff,
sorry.
Perry.
What is that supposed to do?
You're
anymore?
allowed to not like things.
I backed myself into a corner, okay?
You're allowed to not like things. It doesn't mean you don't like the person behind it.
Or everything.
Yeah.
I can like some things. It's because whiskey is subjective. I said it.
Shouldn't have to.
You say if you know all the time.
I do to get under your skin. But you shouldn't have to say subjective because we should all just know that. Anyway. Interesting, right? Oh, he's moving his head.
That nose is super weird.
It is a weird nose, I will say.
Like, it's not bad. It's just funky.
I like the funk. As soon as I had this, I was like, I got to blind you on this because of the funk.
Last time to get funky.
I'm going to get some facts about this.
Okay. It's got like a dusty funk to it. That's so strange. I think it's a bourbon.
Okay.
This is just going off the nose. I'm torn because I've had MGP bourbons that smell like this, but my heart is saying Kentucky.
Listen to your heart.
Okay, it's a Kentucky. All right. I'm gonna try it before I start doing anything else.
Palate is so different.
Boozy lemon pound cake.
Ooh, you got it. For me, when I first had this, I was like, man, that's some kind of citrusy, like some kind of like bread or something.
Yeah. It's so citrusy.
What's the proof, you think?
I'm going to say 110-ish.
Okay.
Is this one age stated?
I can't find the age, unfortunately.
I mean, if I had to guess, I would say probably about 7 or 8 years old.
I'm guessing it's between 4 to 6, 7-ish, something like that.
I think it drinks a little
You
older.
may be able, we may be able to figure this out together with your Scooby-Doo-ness, but I couldn't figure it out, or I didn't look hard enough.
Okay.
Yay or nay? You like it?
I like it. It's really different.
It is. It's different. It's funky. So, this sample was provided by our friend Chris Havens, Bluegrass
What up,
Hole.
Chris?
This is a Kentucky bourbon that went to England and was bottled over there. I don't know how long it aged there. And it was distilled by Dr. Pat. This was a contract distilled Kentucky bourbon from Wilderness Trail called Never Say Die that started here, went to England.
What?
And Chris was on vacation. They went to, and he stopped through and he saw that and he got a bottle and brought it back. And this is a sample he gave me. And it's not the normal Wilderness Trail mash bill. It's 75% corn, 21% rye, 4% malted barley. Never Say Die is the first bourbon to be distilled in Kentucky, shipped via Atlantic Ocean vessel, and then matured in England. Never Say Die is the English take on the American dream. And after some digging, this was Wilderness Trail.
I don't know anything about this.
But
I'm fascinated.
Yeah, it's not the same mash bill as what we normally drink Wilderness Trail, but it was distilled at Wilderness Trail.
Yeah. I got you.
So yeah, and it's
So
121 proof.
Whoa! It doesn't drink like that.
This was $80 euro, I guess. So whatever that is.
80 pounds.
So yeah, I don't know how old it is. That's the only thing I couldn't figure out.
Yeah.
Like you said, I'm guessing it's between 4 to 6, something like that.
I mean,
it's if it was distilled at Wilderness Trail, it's going to be probably close, maybe up to 8 by now.
I would say 6 is probably a safer bet, but it's good.
Yeah,
It's really, really good.
Started here, went over there, but I thought it was cool that it says bottled there. So the barrel actually went there, and I don't know how long it stayed there. I don't know all the details about it, but
Crazy, man.
cool, right?
I love that.
Yeah. What you been drinking though?
Are you taking over this episode?
I was trying to help.
Okay, thank you. I mean, I'm good now, I think.
Okay.
So this past week was Halloween. So we went to Lucy's aunt's traditional Halloween party, which she had been gone for 2 weeks and got home the night before at about 11:30.
And then she had to
set up for a party. But Lucy helped her out a whole bunch too. But they did something really cool. They went on a Disney cruise that was changing over.
Mm-hmm.
So they left from the West Coast and went to Australia on it. And then did some Australian.
I want to do a Disney cruise so bad.
I want to go to Australia so bad.
Well, let's just do it.
Do both.
Let's just do it.
But yeah, she got back super late, and we still had a party. It was still a great time. I wanted to grab Turkey 101 on the way there, but I ran out of time. I brought Benchmark Full Proof. I brought the New Riff Blue, whatever that one.
Oh yeah,
not the yellow
Blue
lemon.
Harvest.
Blue, yeah, blue. Sure. What was the third bottle that I brought? I don't have it with me.
Oh.
But then her uncle, who is not really a bourbon drinker, had like Taylor Small Batch and Willet Rye and he has he has this like private label that I think some of his clients give to him. He works in construction.
Yeah.
And they did like a private blend or something.
Hard Hat Henry McKenna.
What?
Hard hat Henry McKenna.
No.
Come on.
I love it. It's good. But anyway, I had some of that. I'm pretty sure it's Barton, but it's Kentucky. It's Kentucky bourbon. It's like 120 something proof. It was really nice, but oh,
What you got? What you got?
So our
Oh no.
just calm your tits.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
just chill out. Our friend Abby, who runs, balls. What's the name of it?
Distillery District?
Sorry, Abby, I can't remember the name of your company off the top of my head, but they do like all the like legwork for Rare Character. They're doing it for a new brand too. I don't think I can say it just yet, but
They do like RD1 and stuff like that.
no, it's smaller than that. But they always have bottles kind of left over from picks. So one of them,
I remember the last time I took some whiskey.
Yeah. This one is an MGP bourbon finished in apricot brandy barrels. Now, bear with me.
How old was this?
6 years old.
So a 6-year MGP. Okay.
Yeah.
So it wasn't some like 10-year like special thing
No,
that
no.
got thrown into this. Okay. What? Am I trying it?
Yes, we're trying it.
Oh, sorry.
Why'd you think I bring it? I didn't even say that sentence right.
Why you think we try it? Bring it. I don't know.
I don't know.
All right.
So also this is 115.14 proof.
Okay.
It was a pick. I won't go through the whole thing.
Bottled October 2023. 10/23.
Yeah, they bottled it on Halloween. And so Fresh cracked it at the party. And Brett was taking it around and pouring it for everybody too.
Oh,
So
okay.
I said I wanted you to try this and then I'll return the bottle to him.
Smells pretty good.
It smells like white grape peach juice.
I was gonna say it smells like when you open like one of those fruit cups up that have like
Yeah,
all
yeah,
the
yeah,
fruit
yeah.
and that juice and stuff.
Mhm.
It does smell good. I will say. Not gonna lie, it smells good.
I
It
like
smells like
those.
fruit cup,
Yeah.
fruit juice. I don't like that. I'm not even like the palate. The palate is. I was hoping I was just gonna drink some fruit juice. What?
Nothing. I just didn't want to upset any groups or anything or stores.
Oh, I mean, once again, I'm allowed to not like something.
I know.
There's not a lot going on the palate. It's all on the nose to me. I wish that it tasted like the nose.
It's very syrupy.
It's light.
I'm talking just like the mouthfeel.
No, I'm just saying it's light.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like a diet simple syrup, if that's a thing. You know what I mean? Like
Instead of using sugar, you use stevia in your... Dude, we got to do a series on this.
What?
Or an episode or a live stream or something where it's like testing to see if simple syrup tastes different with different types of sugar.
I would like that.
Stevia,
That'd be
sweet
fun.
and low, real sugar, sugar in the raw.
Yeah.
Like that, we have to do this. Nobody steal this idea. It's our idea first. Don't do it.
Time stamp it.
What we'll do, and we'll do it in the context of an old fashioned as well.
I like that.
So we can include the booze
Yeah.
with it. That's how you make content.
Yeah.
Brain starts working and you go, I gotta do this. I said at the beginning of the year, I'm going to say yes to all my creative ideas, and I have done that.
Yes.
October
Yes.
is over,
Yes.
and we're
Yes.
on November
Yes.
3rd,
Yes.
and
Yes.
I have kept up
Yes.
that
Yes.
New Year's resolution.
Yes.
I'm hyped about this, dude.
I'm not hyped about this though.
I mean, I like it.
No, that's fine. That's fine. And anybody can like it. I like the nose a lot. I was hoping the nose would continue on, and it's just
I get that.
It tastes like a diet simple syrup. So
you know what we should do? We get stuck in a loop of the.
You know what we should do? We should
idea.
try this in old fashions.
Actually, I would really like to try that in an old fashioned.
It'd probably be pretty good.
Yeah, I wouldn't be upset about it.
I wouldn't put it in a Coke Zero though.
No, too many competing flavors.
Too much less calories.
Yeah. What have you been drinking recently?
What have I been drinking recently? On Halloween, I had I poured one of those Nashville Barrel Co's because I just wanted a rocks glass of just MGP, just plain,
nice.
no finish. And I had it, and I actually got to mess around with trick-or-treaters because usually I have to walk, dash around and stuff. But this year the kids were old enough to walk around, so I wore my Freddy mask and I had my Freddy sweater and my claw. And so when little kids would come up, I would be like, "Don't go to sleep tonight." And their parents loved it. They thought it was fun. Some little
Did you make anybody cry?
I did not make anybody cry, but I made a couple of little kids walk very slowly to the candy bucket because I had the candy sitting in front of me, and they could just reach in and get. I was like, "Get what you want," but I was like, and sometimes I would not say anything. I would just stare, and some kids were like, "Is that real?" And I go, "Don't go to sleep." But then some of the kids were funny because a little girl would be like, "Are you a cat?" Because I had my claws and stuff. I go, "Sure."
How do I explain who I am to this child who doesn't have a fundamental grasp out of anything outside
Parents
of
loved it.
small animals?
I made a parent feel bad because it was getting dark and she said it the wrong way. I knew exactly what she was trying to say, but I had to go with it because she was trying to say, "Is that makeup or a mask?" Because you couldn't tell. But she goes, "Is that a mask?" And I go, "I was born this way." She goes, "Oh, no. No, is it makeup?" She was like, "I can't tell." And I was like, "Get some candy and go."
Absolutely fantastic.
And she had a little kid.
You're going to make fun of somebody with an affliction.
She just kept walking. She's like, "Thank you." And I kept walking around.
So good, man. I love that so much.
But yeah, that was Halloween. That was fun. I've never got to appreciate handing out candy because I've always had to be with the kids.
Yeah, I'm the same way because we always have this Halloween party to go to. So and I the only time that I have been able to hand out candy was the year of COVID.
Oh yeah.
And even then I wasn't handing out candy.
People were oh my God, people were making the slides and stuff and you slid the candy.
Somebody did that in Lucy's aunt's neighborhood too. It was great. It was so cool. But I mean they had a huge step up to their house. So but I there's something that is domestic in me where I'm I want to be home for that.
Yeah.
You know,
dude, it's so fun. I cannot wait till you get to that point. Maybe, the kid.
But yeah, so what I was saying is during COVID, Eden had just been born too, 2 weeks prior. And so, I just hung out on the front porch, drank bourbon, and we set up a table right in front of our door so the kids could come up and get candy and everything. And I just I don't know. I just enjoy.
Yeah.
What is it about
I don't know. I think it's
it's so weird, but
so to me it's I see my kids, they're getting a little older, they're kind of on their own. They're not even carrying Dash just had a random mask and a hoodie on. He doesn't care, he just wants candy. And but then you see another little kid come up to be like, "Oh, there's Spider-Man," or you talk "Hey, princess," you just kind of interact. I wasn't mean to anybody, but I would try to scare them a little bit. Then I'd be like, "Oh, I like your princess dress," and all this stuff. And they're like, "Cut your nails." And I was like, "Okay, whatever." But I don't know. I
don't have a fingernail clipper this big or that big.
Tell me in your dreams.
But
I think it's just seeing little kids excited about and being kind of a little shy because the guy's in a mask. It's fun. So now I'm already excited about next year because I want to get an even better costume, and because I'm going to go all out for like trick-or-treaters.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so I'm hyped about that. So that was just, I just had a big rocks glass of MGP bourbon, and I just mess with little trick-or-treaters.
I wish what we did with this party is like if it's a Halloween that falls on like Thursday through Sunday, we have the party then.
Yeah.
Maybe not even Sunday. Maybe if it's like Sunday through Tuesday or Wednesday, we have the party like the weekend before.
Right.
That way we can actually have like trick-or-treating in our neighborhood and everything. Because like, I like being in our own like space and taking Eden to trick-or-treat and everything.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Eventually.
I had one more thing that I'll talk about. I had Sunday, Addison had a volleyball banquet at OBC in the banquet room, and I had a big pour of their 1792 pick.
A big pour.
A big pour. And it was delicious.
Fantastic.
It was banana split like. But going off of that, I wanted to say, if you're an adult, it is okay to do adult things
at your children's things.
If you're
having sex in front of everybody.
It's good to whip it. No, I'm saying, okay, so
we don't condone that. By the way,
no, it was a joke.
Don't do that.
It was a joke.
You'll be on a list.
Humor. No, so her volleyball banquet, which these are all teenagers with parents who
hopefully are adults.
Adults, teenagers. I have pours when I go out to dinner with my kids. I'm pretty sure everybody does. It's not a big deal. If you don't, if you keep, that's fine. That's what you do. I'm not blasting that at all. But so they have this banquet, end of the year banquet where they give their awards out and stuff like that. And it's at OBC. OBC has a kind of like a banquet area up top, and they cater and everything. And so it's there. And there's nothing wrong with going down there and grabbing a drink and setting it you're sitting with other parents. The kids sit at their own tables and stuff. And I swear, you would have thought that I started a revolution when I walked up with my thing of bourbon. Not in a bad way, because people were like,
No, I understand.
I was waiting for somebody else to do that.
Oh, okay. Maybe I didn't understand.
No, nobody like called me out or anything. People were like, oh, you're going to do that? And I was like, yeah, what's wrong with that? And they're like, yeah, you're right. So like, then people started going down, having their drink. Nobody was getting like drunk. We got one drink while we listened to like the speeches and stuff. And I was like, why should you be afraid as an adult? These people are older than me.
I'd like to advocate for at graduation being able to go to like the concession stand at Rupp Arena and like getting
I'm like
getting tall boy PBRs.
How many volleyball travel, like I know travel is different than like school sports, but you know how many travel places we go and they have like a bar at like the convention centers and stuff, and we have drink. I don't know. It's just funny that it took me walking up with my drink for people to go, you know what? I'm going to do it too.
Yeah, I had to stop myself there for a second going into something else. But I do think that there is a stigma just built around what you can and can't do in front of kids. Right. And I mean, like, some of it's like completely reasonable.
I think I know what you're getting ready. You were thinking somebody was going to give me a hard time, probably, right?
That was what I was.
Well, I think there are people that still to this day, they could be 40, 45 years old, whatever, and they will look at you weird. There probably was somebody in that room that was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. But like, this is not like I'm opening like a 6-pack at a table and being Big Mouse or something. I'm not yelling, but I'm just having a drink at dinner. Like if you go and have a drink at dinner with your kids, there's no reason you're at a banquet, they serve alcohol, you can't have a drink while you're having food.
Yeah, I agree. It's one thing to like bring it in to a venue that doesn't.
I didn't
have
sneak
a
like
flask
samples
or anything.
in or anything.
I mean, not saying I won't do that.
Now that I know that I can get a drink and bring my glass up and I have a glass, next year may be different.
That's different.
But I would share.
But as far as like relationships with alcohol go. And this is kind of a separate conversation from what you were talking about. But I think that, by the way, I want you to retry this.
Retry it?
Well, you tried it.
I know I wasn't a big fan of it the first time.
And I really liked it when I reviewed it last night. But I love this bottle, man. It's so cool.
I like the thing.
It's such dark whiskey, too. Sorry, this is the
James
E. Pepper decanter barrel proof release.
Right there, if you're watching.
105.4 proof.
Show us the bottle. There it is.
But anyway, if you are trying to encourage your kids to have healthy relationships with vices like drinking, you should do that in front of them, for better or worse. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think they should grow up thinking like, hey, when because I could be wrong, and I'm sure that I am, but I feel growing up I did not see that, so I always was like, it was kind of, I was in a small town. I felt like you didn't see too many people it was a dry county. If people had beer, like it was this whole thing. But now I feel like my kids probably, they know that that's like, and I repeat it, I was like, this is an adult. And they say like, when are you going to open that one? And I say, hey, when you all turn 21, that's going to be a bottle we open together and stuff. So I'm trying to already get in their heads like, hey, you got to be 21. Now, are they going to follow that? No. But I don't have. You
don't want to empower.
I don't want to entice them to be like,
bad decision
like, no,
making.
you cannot have that and all that. Like, hey, I try to, this is that, I try to teach them like, your body's not mature enough for that safely. I don't flat out like say you're going to hell if you drink alcohol.
But
but
that depends on your culture and everything. And I mean, like, I don't know. It's such a weird area that I don't really want to get into too much right now. But like thinking about how even though there are people who say you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that, and they're still doing it behind closed doors. Yeah. Like it's been going on for literal.
We've had so many conversations like that,
decades, centuries. Like it's just part of it, and so I'm not excusing it either. But I don't know. There should be a like reality check as far as the way that you are trying to present certain aspects of your life in front of your children. So, and I'm not saying like get belligerently drunk in front of your kids. That's not it at all. But I do think that, there's another aspect of this as well. This is the other aspect of this is if your kids don't understand why you are acting or speaking a different way than you normally do, and it's because you're drinking away from them, then they don't understand that. And like, I'm not talking about like you have to be drunk in front of your kids all the time, but there needs to be a level of honesty, I think, with your children as far as like your relationship with alcohol.
And there's going to be a point where they're old enough and they're not dumb anymore, and they're going to know. Yeah. Oh, that's what happens. Yeah. Either way. Well, that was a fun conversation.
It was. I reviewed this last night on my live stream.
Don't get a big nose. It's not got a big nose.
No. But I do like what's there. It's like, it's the butterscotch cream savers on the nose. I think the finish on this is incredible.
I'm trying to remember how I felt about it before. And it's kind of this, and that's the thing, like, it didn't leave a big impression on me.
It's not my favorite, but I really do like it.
See, I kind of get the opposite of you. I think it really shines up front, and I don't get much of a finish.
I've just been getting so much finish with this one.
I get everything up front. It's right on the tip of my tongue. It's like, what did you say?
Butterscotch cream savers.
Butterscotch. I get yellow, I get kind of gold, but I feel like I get more of a honey.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's like a honey up front, but
honey graham crackers.
something like that, something honey up front, and then I don't get a big finish on this, so I don't get. I don't know. Nose is kind of muted. I love the up front, and not a big finish. It's not bad. I think that's what I thought. I thought it was not bad, but I didn't feel like it was. I thought it was going to blow my balls off when I tried it there because they were like, "We just got it." I didn't know anything about it. They got it in a decanter. It's a barrel, and the fact that it's 105 proof.
It's 105.4,
and it's barrel proof. I love that. That it's like a low proof, barrel proof. I don't know. I think it's solid. I don't know. I feel like, I think I said this in one of our chats or something, like, I feel like I've had their rye single barrels that have just knocked my socks off.
Well, yeah, you almost said knocked your balls off.
Yeah, I was like, I've said balls too many times in this.
I don't think it's like perfect. I do think they have other better offerings, like especially their single barrel bourbons. But as far as like, I think this is a really solid product.
What's the price?
65.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
I am too. I think that
I did not know the price of it when I was there because I was just trying it. So
I mean, this could be a decanter that you reuse too. I mean, I don't know what you probably have to work to get the text off of it.
You put a sticker over it and make it your own.
Yeah,
label.
Sure. I don't know. I still think this is a solid.
I think
pour.
I was probably a little concerned if you were going to say it's more expensive than that, but I could get behind 65.
Now, okay, but to be fair, like I didn't buy this at the distillery. I bought it at the store by my house, and so it was a little bit more. But I don't know. I just like it, okay?
It's fine. I don't mind that. I don't hate you, Perry, because you don't like something. Just
know what else I got?
What?
There.
Oh, you got how many? Do we have like 3 of those now?
No, well, we had the one that was from Brian and Tammy.
Yeah.
But like this one's unopened. It's the C923 Larceny.
Nice.
I think this year's C923 offerings are some of the best bourbon that Heaven Hill has put out in a while.
Yeah, they figured it out.
Yeah. So we can open that later. But we got a review that we're going to do.
We do.
It's getting cold.
It is.
We're trying to get warm.
You know what I love drinking by the fire? A rye.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
What do you like drinking by the fire? This one.
Who said that? Where did that come from? Was it you?
We're going to review this one.
Did you? He has diamonds in his eyes. No, he doesn't. Never mind.
Diamonds in the sky. Look at that. See that?
Old Forester
Watchers?
single barrel strength rye. Oh, am I doing the honors?
You can tell them. Yeah, do the honors. Tell them about it.
This is 127.3 proof from Warehouse G on the 3rd floor. These are typically, I think, like 5 years old.
Yeah.
5 or 6 years old. It's not their more premium stock that they hold. But, dadgummit, I just cut my fingernails.
I was going to say, you just cut yourself. I was like, that's the second week in a row you cut
Dude,
yourself.
it healed up like
Look at that.
super quickly.
Wolverine.
At the Halloween party, though, I was petting their cat and she bit me.
Didn't you get bit by something last Halloween or something? Or
it was at like a 4th of July. It was the same cat. But like I stepped back. I didn't know that she was behind me. And I stepped back and she latched onto my leg with both of her front claws.
I love you.
And that's the thing, is like she's super sweet. And then she just gets really, really tired of you petting her. And she like directed my hand to go under her chin. And that's when she bit me this time.
You bit me.
I hate to take a page out of Chad's book, but pause for cork pop.
Solid pop. A little poppy. Well, we just stared at it the whole time. We just talked about the color. We were like, it looks really good.
It's so dark.
It looks really good.
I wasn't asking you to pour for me.
Well, I'm going to.
Okay. You know what sounds really good?
What?
Like really good sushi.
I could go for some sushi.
Just sushi sounds so good, man.
What was the proof on this one again?
127.3?
Ooh, baby.
Getting up there.
Look, I even have green lights back there. I didn't even
Look
realize
at that.
Yeah.
See?
Green hat, green shirt.
I'm wearing white after Labor Day.
I wear a lot white all the time.
Yeah, who cares?
All right.
Cheers, homie. And you've not opened this, by the way, until now.
Nope.
Yeah. So, Old Forester single barrel strength rye has had a reputation for a long time of being really, really hot. That has been the kind of general consensus amongst these picks, these single barrels, whatever, however you experience them. I haven't had a whole lot of these, though. I've probably tried this 2 or 3 times before.
I feel like I've got a sample of it before, and I don't even remember anything about it.
I have to get in. I have to get into rye mode. Like we've had so much bourbon. Like
all right.
Now entering rye mode.
It doesn't smell hot. I will say that.
No, and it honestly doesn't smell super rye forward either.
It smells bourbony.
Yeah.
It's got nice legs. It's very...
This brings up an
And this
interesting
was,
question.
Normal price. I can't even remember which store I got. I did not... It wasn't anything... So we'll have to look up what the price is.
A historic recipe acquired in 1940 by Owsley Brown I. Old Forester rye features a mash bill of 65% rye, 20% malted barley, and 15% corn. Now, I mean, that's a lot more rye than I was anticipating.
Yeah.
At least based on the nose.
Yeah, because Wild Turkey is what, like 51% rye? Something like that?
It's pretty
Like
low.
a low rye. Obviously, you got MGP, you got 95% and all that, but...
Yeah, the Wild Turkey rye is 51% rye, 37% corn, and 12% malted barley.
Yeah. Off the nose, it's very bourbony. It does have a little bit of peppermint in it, but it smells like a bakery. It's almost like some kind of, not gingerbread, some kind of holiday bread or cake with a little bit of like peppermint icing. Maybe there's some peppermint in the icing.
I got to be honest with you.
Be honest.
It feels a little artificial.
Okay. Like
On
an
the nose.
artificial candy type
Kind of more in the realm of like your snack cakes.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I know that they're not. I know they're artificial.
Yeah.
I ain't going to deny what I like, baby. I guess I could see that. I could see like some kind of like snack cake. It's a holiday snack cake that you're like, oh, that smells good, but it smells fake. Some kind of peppermint Little Debbie.
It feels manufactured.
Yeah, some kind of peppermint cake Little Debbie.
But I'm not upset about it because like there's nostalgia to it.
You know, what if they took a Christmas tree cake, but they actually had peppermint in there, and so you open the package and it was like,
why don't they have peppermint in there?
It's kind of like that.
Yeah,
Cake,
they should have peppermint in there.
Fake cake icing with peppermint. All right, let's see if this is hot or not.
Let's give it a try.
Ooh, that's a new segment. Hot or not?
Ooh. That's just something else entirely. That's not even a...
oh my God, that finish.
Oh.
It's not hot up front, but it definitely has finish on the back. On the back end gets... Dude. That's just
so much green apple on the finish.
I was getting ready to say there is like an apple sucker, like the blow
Yeah.
pop.
Mm-hmm. Whew, buddy. That'll wake you up and make you feel good.
If that's what they mean by hot, then it's got it. It's got the hug.
Yeah.
It's got the I just woke up. I'm on vacation. I just woke up and I'm having a pour of whiskey first thing in the morning. It hits you like that.
Everything just suddenly turned into 4K somehow.
Yeah. You're like, I'm alive.
Oh. Dude, this is
Good.
really freaking good.
Oh, there's even like a kind of like a, it's still artificial, but it's kind of like a cherry, like kind of like a blow pop when you get to the gum in the middle of it. That's good.
I'm starting to get more of the rye spice too. Some of the sweetness is going away a little bit.
I think the rye is coming through up front on the tip of my tongue. Is that where the rye usually goes?
Yes.
Yes, tip of your tongue.
I do think it's getting hotter the longer it goes on.
This is dangerous, though.
Yeah, oh, no, don't get me wrong.
This is
Like,
dangerous.
you know what I thought about this a second ago? Was that this is another bottle that I'm excited to come back over to your house and try again.
This is going to be... No, I'm not going to be going to this. This is a... We're hanging out. Let's grab...
Oh, we definitely have to do it for Friendsgiving and...
Right. This is not a... I'm drinking alone with this bottle.
No,
This
and
is
Christmas
a share. Yeah, this
Are we
is
doing
our holiday
our Thanksgiving again this year?
I mean, we... Why wouldn't we?
I was hoping we would.
I mean, I just thought it was a given that we were...
Forgiven.
For...
Anyway.
Yes, we are.
We do have to figure out what we're doing because, you know, we had the whole TikTok and everything last year. We got to figure out what we're doing
Yeah.
this year.
I put off this one, my Halloween one, for far too long, and I was doing it the night before Halloween.
I think it turned out great.
It did. You know, the one person that didn't comment, like it, or anything?
I don't know, Derek. Who was it?
Take one guess. Not one like.
He really is turning into Freddie Minnick.
Not one comment. Somebody said he shared it, but I didn't hear.
I didn't see any evidence of him sharing it.
No, me either. Me either. And this is what got me. This is a
Early high proof hot take.
I did a little preview picture the night before. I said, he's back. Tagged Fred Minnick in it. He said, oh, yeah, I love it. And I was like, oh, he's going to love this.
Yeah, I will say you outdid yourself from last year.
I thought it was, I had so much fun making that. And when it was one of those things, and I don't get to do it often because I don't make the videos as much as I used to. But
you don't have as much time.
I don't have as much time, but I feel like you are going to know what I'm saying. Because when you edit something and it just comes together and you just kind of listen or watch it back a few times, and you're like, that turned out. That
Yeah.
feels
Oh
good.
no,
It's just like your own, like nobody else in the house understands why you're like smiling and stuff like that. But I did a couple of the edits on there and I go, man,
yeah,
I like this. So no, I don't care what Fred. I mean, whatever.
Do you want me to text him?
No. What? No. What do you want to say?
How do you like Eric's Freddie Minnick this year?
It's my new tradition. I know I started it last year and this year. Like it's going to be a different Freddie Minnick every year now.
I can't wait.
So I'm getting a little anxious now that you just sent that. We'll probably need to get back to Old Forester. They're like,
this episode's all over the place, man. We're having a great
somebody
time.
from Old Forester's.
Dude, somehow we've only been recording this for 47 minutes. I feel like we've been doing this for an hour and a half.
Time flies when you're having fun. The PR people from Old Forester are like, are they ever going to say what they were going to? Do they have the time skip things? No. You got me nervous now.
You've been so nervous on this podcast over the past few
I don't
weeks.
Get nervous.
I guess we'll go ahead and review this one. Nose, palette, finish, and price. Each category is out of 5. We give it a final score out of 20. Do you know how much you paid for this, by the way?
I'm looking it up.
Okay.
Now.
I think these are like 85 or 90.
I want to say 85 is what I paid for this. Well, Caskers is, you can never trust Caskers. Let me tell you, I did not pay
$700.
I did not pay $240.
Dear Lord, give us your firstborn child.
I did not pay $250 for this. All the other stuff I'm seeing like 80 to 90. I swear I think I paid like 80. It was like $79.99, 80 something with tax.
Yeah.
Let's say $80. I know it was around that price. I love the nose on this.
I think it's really good. I'm giving it a 3.5.
I'm going to go a little higher for just because it did, as you started saying some stuff, and I started noticing the snack cake artificial fun of it.
Yeah.
I'll say a 4.
The palette itself is good, but it dips a little bit for me from nose to palate. This one's a 3 for me. Like, it's still really good and really enjoyable, but I don't know if I'm drinking this because it is the big flavor bomb that I want it to be, at least up front. I think the finish is where it really, really starts to shine. But as far as like the palate goes, I really like it, but I don't love it. So I'm going to stick with a 3.
I agree. I gave it a 3, and I went ahead and put my numbers in and went straight to a 5 on the finish because
finish is incredible.
The finish is incredible, and it's just one of those finishes that I'm probably like a broken record because people are like, he's going to say he loves the finish and blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm going to say it again. The finish is so big and flavorful that it starts. I'm trying to say this the right way because I never say things right. It starts to like confuse you a little bit. Like, is it the palate or the finish that I'm getting all this flavor in? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the flavor is coming back from the finish and it's almost mixing with like the light palate that you got. So it's one big thing. So I'm just keeping my senses together and saying, I'm getting all this flavor. It's a decent palate, but this finish just hits you like.
Yeah. No, it really, really does. Part of me still is trying to get in the mindset of reviewing rye as opposed to reviewing bourbon. Like, if this were a bourbon finish, I would mostly be okay with it. No, I would like it quite a bit.
Yeah.
But as far as the finish goes for a rye whiskey, it's incredible, man. It's so good. I'm going to give it a 4.5.
It's good.
What do you think about the price on this?
I'm going to split it close to the middle. I'm going to say a 3. I think 80. I'm not mad at all that I paid for this. I think when it comes to this, though, this is a single barrel. It's not a pick or anything. It's just a single barrel. You're taking the chance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, somebody else may not get that. I think a 4 to 6 year old rye is, I could say maybe like 65 to 75 would be the perfect price.
Yeah, once it starts to get towards that like $85.
Once you start getting closer to 100, you got to start thinking like, this wasn't picked by a certain group or person. Yeah, I think a 3. I'm not mad about it. I would like to see it maybe about $15-$20 cheaper.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3 as well for the exact reasoning, and having the benefit of actually tasting it.
Yeah.
Too. I mean, it's really really solid.
Mm-hmm.
Just want the palate to be a little bit more.
I think if the palate hit you like the finish did, and it was like this, like full blown, like
Yeah,
it would be you would. I mean, I gave it a 15.5. You're close.
I think I had a 14.5.
Yeah. I don't even know how often they put these out, or like, I don't know. If you see one, I'd
Might have
grab
actually
one.
just had a 14. Yeah.
That's grabbable to me. That's good.
Would you like to do a barrel ring?
Of course, always.
That is the segment where you get to be a part of the show by calling or texting our hotline. You made it worse than I did.
Sorry.
That number is 859-428-8253.
Good morning, you glorious bastards.
Inglorious.
How are you guys
bastards.
doing today?
Good.
Great, man.
Did I steal something from another podcast
Hmm?
or YouTube channel? I may have. I'm sorry. Wasn't thinking of it. Anywho, how you guys doing today? Doing good. It's a glorious Friday here in Wisconsin. It's cold. Fall is definitely here. And fall is here because all of the leaves are falling off the tree. But
They're doing here
Anywho,
too.
just want to call in, see how you guys are doing. Thanks for calling me last week. That was a very pleasant and unexpected surprise, as you could tell by just my, weird not knowing what I was talking about kind of nonsense. Or at least it felt that way. Anywho, so I got a little something for you guys. I'm late to the game on this. But if you haven't watched The Bear on Netflix, do yourself a favor, watch it. Honestly, the first season, I was like,
It's been.
You get into the second season, holy crap.
The first season.
They're nailing it.
Yeah.
There is one episode that I am
At least
still
2.
reeling over. I'm not going to talk about it as a spoiler alert, but
It's
man,
episode 5 or 6. I
there was one episode where it was like, I'm hooked. Hook, line, and sinker. So, go watch The Bear if you haven't already. And if you want, I'll send you a selfie of me in front of the location where they filmed it in Chicago, because I happened to be there one day with some friends, drinking Chicago handshakes, and just overall enjoying ourselves. So, all right, boys and ladies, if you're listening to the podcast, have a great one. Wish you well, and I hope I make it to talk to you next week, getting an anal probe. Not excited.
Colonoscopy.
All right, bye.
I can tell you all about it. Yes. Okay. So at first I was going to give Bill a hard time because I was like, Bill, I've literally recommended The Bear several times, but I think I misunderstood because I think he was telling the people that were listening.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah, I think you're right.
But first I was like, Bill, I've literally, when season 1 first came out, I talked about it. Season 2 came out this past year. I talked about it. I see what you're saying now, and I will 100% back you on that. The Bear is amazing. I remember when you posted the picture of you being in front of the restaurant. It's awesome.
I do not. So, but
It's on
while he
Instagram.
was talking about it, I did post that picture.
Yeah.
So
it's a good show.
Yeah,
good show.
High proof hot takes. Anything you're feeling particularly?
Yeah. Actually, now that I think about it,
hot about is what I was about to say there. But
let me see who am I going to make mad today. No, I'm not really trying to make anybody mad, but I am trying to say that what do people do during Halloween? What do they eat?
Pumpkin?
No.
Candy.
Oh,
okay. Yeah. As I said pumpkin, I realized that's not right.
I probably eat more pumpkin during Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I do too.
But
I do too.
Listen, Whiskey Mutant was a nice guy this Halloween season because he did not call out every post that he saw where they acted like they found the best Halloween candy pairing ever. when they were literally pairings that I've already done and posted. So I'm going to give everybody a pass during Halloween that they can be their own mutants. But just so you know, Whiskey Mutant's watching. He sees all the candy postings, and he doesn't appreciate not being tagged or at least recognized when somebody does the same pairings that he did.
He's making a list. He's checking it twice.
2 Whiskey Mutants waiting for you. No, it's not really a hot take, but I did like scroll through Instagram and see every other post about candy, and I said, "Man, I did that already." And then I tried not to get in my head, and I tried not to look too deep into it, but then I go to the comments and people are like, "Man, that's revolutionary. You did really."
How has nobody thought of that before?
And I was like,
how can nobody done this?
I did it already.
This is crazy. Somebody's gotta be. You're gonna make $1 million off this.
So everybody gets a pass during Halloween, but when the Christmas tree Little Debbie posts start coming out, I'm gonna call everybody out. I'm just telling market.
We've got a box.
I haven't. Kroger doesn't have nothing. I just dox myself.
Yeah,
right
let's dial that back
just
a little
bleep
bit.
it out for me. I love when stuff.
I'm still gonna
out.
dial or like bleep that on the unedited one too.
Probably good.
'Cause
But yeah, it's making me mad, and I haven't had time to go buy more boxes. But it's coming. I know the posts are coming, and I've been doing that for
we're
years.
just rolling right into it, I guess.
I've been doing it for years. I mean,
I can't believe you doxed yourself.
I know.
It's fantastic.
I got frustrated. I got wound up over cakes. That's it. That's all I got.
I don't have any high proof hot takes other than if your kid starts telling you no, nip that crap right in the bud, just quick as you can to make sure that it doesn't continue.
Do it now. Trust us.
Even if Anna and Elsa have to go away for a night.
Oh no.
Lucy's a lot more creative with her.
Do you leave
word.
Olaf though?
She doesn't have Olaf.
Gotta get her those.
She likes the princesses.
Get her Olaf.
I will get her an Olaf.
But say, sorry, the princesses were gone.
Why didn't you just convince me to spend more money that's not on bourbon?
Get her Olaf. Come on.
Yeah, just be vigilant.
Yeah.
Tips and bits, though.
Mm.
Our segment about things that we are going to recommend to you that we have been watching, reading, listening to, playing.
Mm-hmm.
We have both been playing video games recently.
We have.
But we have been playing different video games, I believe.
Probably. I may have a little insight on one of them. Maybe. I don't know.
Let's talk about the one that you've been playing first.
I have been playing Spider-Man 2 on PS5, which
I wish I had a PS5, so I'm left.
okay, listen,
I'm left watching.
But I need you have a PS4, right?
Yes.
Get the first one. Get Spider-Man 1.
Yeah.
And play it, because by the time you beat it and clear it and do all that, maybe by that time you'll be ready to get 2, and you just because I had Spider-Man 1 on PS4, and I played it. It's so good. It's so amazing. And I'll tell you what I like about Spider-Man 2, because it's kind of the same things I like about Spider-Man 1. But these Spider-Man games remind me of the Jedi games that they make for PlayStation and stuff. It's almost like you're playing a movie.
Yeah.
So there's this elaborate story in Spider-Man 2. It revolves around Peter and Miles. This is like a completely different universe. They are in the same New York. They work together. Miles is younger. Peter's kind of mentoring him and stuff like that. He has all the same powers and everything. And they introduce Kraven the Hunter in this one. So this is Peter's the first time he's ever heard of Kraven the Hunter. You're trying to figure out who this guy that's coming to New York, who he's hunting, what he's doing, and all that. But the best thing, and I'm only probably 25% in, but the best thing about these Spider-Man games is you can literally you're Spider-Man. So you're swinging around, you're doing stuff, and you could literally just swing around New York and you don't have to go to your main mission.
Yeah.
And things will pop up that say like carjacking over here, and it will pop up on your radar, and you fight crime and you finish it, you get some points, you power up or whatever, and you could still be like, I don't feel like doing the main story, I'm going to go over here, and then you help like an old lady like do her groceries or something like that, or you find a cat for somebody. It makes me so happy to just sit there and be like, you know what, I don't really want to think about the main story, I just want to be Spider-Man right now.
Yeah.
And I just swing. I'm like, I'm seeing how fast I'm going to go visit like this building. April's friend who lives in New York, I was playing it and she goes, how accurate is this? And I was like, I don't know that much. She got on the phone with her friend and we found her like apartment.
What?
Yeah. She was like, that's where I walk right there. And I walked the path that she walks.
Holy crap, that's crazy.
Yeah, the building, like, it won't say the stuff, but they put enough stuff to know. She's like, oh, that's where I go to the gym. And I was just sitting there playing, just finding.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah.
I had no idea it was that detailed.
It's crazy. There are some Easter eggs and stuff in there where people like graffiti that is actually there in New York and stuff like that, like minor league baseball teams and stuff. It's just so fun. And they make it to where you don't have to like just go straight through the game. You can just take your time. You just want to go beat up some bad guys, fly around and find it. You want to go solve a puzzle, put your radar on, and go do the puzzle. It's so fun. And compared to the first one, like everything's just amped up. The graphics are better, the story's better, and now you can play as Miles too. And it's just, if you like Spider-Man, play it. If you like superheroes, play it. If you just want a video game that you don't have to think about. Now, granted, if you want to do the main story and go straight through, you can. You got to think, you got to do the missions and stuff like that. But you can literally just be Spider-Man and fly through and just fight crime. Yeah. And you can play the first one. The first one does all that same stuff too. And I would highly recommend it.
Did you play and it's not technically DLC because
the Miles one?
Miles game. Okay.
Yeah, that just kind of gives you a better feel for Miles. And then in the second one, you get to be him and Peter. You can switch back and forth. Some of the main story revolves around Miles and some revolves around Peter, and to come together. I did just because I just wanted to keep playing that game.
Oh yeah, of course.
But yeah.
What I was gonna say is that because I don't have a PS5 and I do really want to play the Spider-Man games.
Yeah.
I would prefer to play them, especially the first one remastered.
Yeah.
Because it's, a better continuity between. I think it's crazy that they changed his face between the original release and the remastered.
Yeah.
It's super strange.
Mary Jane's changed too.
Mary Jane has changed a lot. But what I'm doing, and I don't mind this because I treat it like a movie. I treat it like a comic book. I treat it like, whatever with Spider-Man. I've been watching basically the entirety of the game on YouTube.
Yeah.
But built as it's like part playthrough, part movie.
Like the cutscenes and stuff.
Yeah. But you're still getting this is how he got to this point and, all these things.
Right.
And I'm really enjoying it. And
they do that with the Jedi games and stuff too.
Oh, yeah. That's how I watched the first Fallen Order game. But anyway, it just looks so good.
It's so fun.
And I've watched some streamers play it as well, and it just looks incredible. And I think the upgrade mechanics, upgrade system seems awesome and very fluid as well.
And it just continues the fun.
Yeah. So. Yeah. I, on the other hand, have been playing and have almost completed Super Mario Brothers Wonder.
Okay, that's what I was going to say. Because I have not played it, but April has it. So
oh, really?
When I'm playing Spider-Man, she is sitting in the chair playing her Switch and playing wonder. So I kind of like, if I hear something, I pause the game and I'm like, what is happening over here? And she's like blowing bubbles under the water and stuff. So I have heard the reaction of how fun, because April loved Mario Odyssey. And she's still
the
waiting.
best Mario game. Mario Odyssey is the best Mario game ever.
So she likes the side scroller type, Mario 3D World and stuff. And we all like that. But she's kind of like, I still want Mario Odyssey 2 or whatever they're going to do. But she got to a point the other day, I can't tell you what level she wants. She goes, okay, this is getting a little hard and this is fun. Just like me. But she really did.
You have been holding on to that joke for days now.
She did say this is getting difficult and more interesting, and I love this game. And I don't know how long it took her to get to that point, but she's at that point. So I've seen and watched her play enough to where I can tell I'm ready to play it once I get done.
It's immediately so comfortable as far as Mario games go, because it doesn't feel like it's anything so revolutionary that you can't adapt to it immediately. But the tiny little mechanics that they build into the game, there's a badge system. You can play online and you can interact with other players globally, not just locally. They're such wonderful additions. Apologies for the puns, but it's a great game. I basically beat it in about a week. Completed, I would say 75 to 80% of it in a week and a half. And then there's one level at the very end of it that, and this is spoilers, post boss.
Yeah.
At the very end that I had to just give up after a little. Yeah. Like it requires.
They take like that Mario Maker world that nobody can beat, and they just put it in the game.
Kind of, because it's all so precise in the way that you have to get through it that I was getting frustrated, and I was running low on lives.
Yeah.
So I had to just kind of call it, and I'll go back to it and beat it eventually. But it's everything that we wanted new Super Mario Bros. U to be. Really just the new Super Mario Bros. Series to be, and honestly then some. Looks incredible. I notice, of course, that Charles Martinet is not playing Mario anymore, but it's just a great experience, and I got done with it, and I still felt like I needed to play more.
Yeah.
It
looks very it looks very bubbly, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
It's a very bouncy game.
Yes.
It's incredibly bouncy and vibrant, and the addition of the Wonder Flowers, which is like this huge new mechanic, which like transforms the entire level that you're playing on, is unbelievable. And it starts you out a little bit soft, but so quickly ramps up to like, what is happening right now? I really, really do love this game. I'm going to be going back to it in the same ways that I do older Mario games as well.
Yeah.
But daggum, man, Super Mario Brothers Wonder is fantastic. I got one song.
Okay.
I'm going to recommend two. I was listening to something on Apple Music. I'm going to talk about that next week, actually. But it got finished, and Apple Music has like an autoplay feature.
If a song plays as soon as your phone connects to your car.
No. No. I mean, like, if
'Cause I had
what
to
you're
stop
listening
that.
to finishes, if what you're listening to finishes and then it doesn't really know where to go after that.
Gotcha.
It started playing this song called Marvin from the band The Never Ending Fall. It has been a while since I have been so floored by a song that I didn't know what to do with myself. I mean, I was shook, as the kids say.
Sure.
I really just, I'll play it for you after we're done.
Okay.
Because I don't want a copyright strike or anything. But it takes all of these little like super musical influences of like jazz and changing key signatures and or excuse me, not key signatures, time signatures, and just incredible harmonies as well. And it just blew my mind.
Yeah.
Dude, I was really, really impressed with it. But yeah, Marvin by The Never Ending Fall. I'm going to be listening to it on my way back home too.
Nice.
But I believe we have done it.
You know who's on Patreon that supports the show?
I don't.
I'm Marvin.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
He goes to patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast, and he actually is at the $5 tier. But you can support the show with $1. It just helps us out. But at $5, you get all the bonus content. You get the stuff that we probably are laughing about, like we said up earlier at the top, that we've talked about, or a character we've made, or just something stupid we've said. You get it all on Patreon. We have bonus episodes. You get this episode uncut. Kinda. I may have said something.
I had to edit one thing.
Yeah.
So
that was my
you already
fault.
know about it because it's still in this episode.
Yeah.
But
patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast. Support us there. You can go to This Is My Bourbon Shop at threadless.com if you want to get some merch. Nope.
Bourbonshop.threadless.com.
Bourbonshop.threadless.com. You can send an email to
thisismybourbonshop@gmail.com.
Yeah, I'm getting it all mixed up today. Send us an email if you want us to review something, you want to tell us something, you want to tell us what you think about what we said. Send an email there. If you want to support us on social media, you can go to Instagram and follow at MyBourbonPod. You can follow the show. You can follow me at Whiskey Mutant. You can follow Perry at Peter1792. You can go to Facebook. We have a group there. You can just search the group, This Is My Bourbon Podcast Facebook group. Answer a few questions. We'll let you in. And then you can go to YouTube, where this episode comes to you in video every Friday. But Perry actually has been putting them up a little sooner.
Well, that's just because I got through.
It's going to be Friday this time.
It'll be Friday this time. But yeah, sorry.
Either way, you get a video version of the episode. We want you to comment
every week.
We want you to subscribe to all the stuff. Tell people about us. Hit the buttons. You know what to do. That's an episode. Scooby-Doo.
It has indeed been an episode, Scoob.
Yeah. Shaggy.
Wonder if that's coming through on the mics.
I hope so.
If not, well, you probably can't hear it anyway because the theme music is playing over this. But thank you all so much for watching, for listening, for supporting the show just like you do all the time. It's been real fun. I can't wait for next week.
I won't be here.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry. We'll see you until next time. But
you can't wait till next week.
No, I just am excited for more content.
Oh, sick of it.
See y'all real soon. Until then, I'm Perry.
I'm Eric.
And this is My Bourbon Podcast. You can't wait for me to be gone? You jerk.
That was too good. That was too good.